Khalil, how tough is it at this point in training camp to kind of manufacture that juice or that energy to come out here and keep stacking positive days, especially when you're missing some of your guys that generally bring that, Tariq Cohen, Josh Woods, King Hicks?
You say how hard is it?
Yeah, to just kind of keep finding ways to bring that juice and stacking good days at this point in training camp.
I mean, it's not hard. It's not hard when you love the game. You know what I mean? And you want to come out and get better every day. That's just a reminder to the guys and on the defensive side of the ball that if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And so just taking advantage of the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? It's another day to get better.
You have 3.5 weeks till your first game. Does it feel like the dog days of camp at all for you?
Say that again.
Does it feel like the dog days of camp? You got 3.5 weeks until you play a game.
I want to say you say the dog days of camp.
Dog days.
Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, definitely there's some tough days. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it builds character. You know what I mean? Going through these times and fighting through these days and getting positive outcomes is it shows you what kind of team you got. And just looking forward to getting better. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this team is. We got to do. You know what I'm saying? We got to get better in order to get to where we want to go.
Khalil, you played for several different coordinators in your career here and with the Raiders. What do you look for in a coordinator to have full trust in them on game day?
Just understanding of the defense and knowing that everything, you know what I'm saying, is going to correlate as far as terminology, as far as what's built into the defense. And you see that with Sean, and it's going to be fun, man. I can already tell it's going to be fun.
How do you describe what it was like in 18 when you guys were clicking on all cylinders and best defense in the league, and it just felt like everything was synergy?
Same thing, man. Vic had an understanding of not only his defense, but the players, you know what I'm saying, and put us in position to play at our strengths. And this is something that Sean is displaying as well, putting every player on the field at their best, in the best possible situations in order to shine and make plays, in order to get turnovers and feed the offense.
Sean seems like a quiet, reserved guy when you talk to him.
Yeah.
But obviously he's not. You see him on the field, and he's excitable. And when was the first time that you saw him kind of break out of that shell? And were you kind of surprised when you saw that?
Yeah, I mean, Sean he's a different guy in general, but ultimately he's a very personable guy when you talk to him, and that's how we had so many conversations, just walking through the halls and just talking and getting an understanding of each other furthermore than anything, you know what I'm saying? And so when you say quiet and shy, I don't get quiet and shy from him, but I definitely get, like, you know what I'm saying, a very serious guy when it comes to doing what he loves to do, and yeah, that's what I get from Sean.
Khalil, how different? What is one thing that he's different than any other coordinator you've had?
You say what's one thing with Sean that's different?
One or two things that's different about him.
I would say Sean got a little more of a geeky side than any coordinator I've been around. You know what I'm saying? He definitely, his mind is like always going. So it's definitely fun to see. Definitely fun to see. Definitely different from that standpoint. But he cool. He a cool dude, but he definitely got the geeky side to him.
When you say that you can tell it's going to be fun playing in his defense, what does that mean for you? Does that mean more chances to sack the quarterback, or what does fun mean to you?
I mean, definitely getting to the quarterback and being able to change the game and get turnovers, and yeah, that's fun. That's fun to me. I don't know who that would be fun too, but definitely getting to the quarterback, get more opportunities to do that.
Well, on the topic of fun, we haven't talked to you since the takeaway bucket became a thing. You got anything lined up for that? How do you feel about the bucket?
Oh, the bucket, yeah, man. Another way to motivate us and roll that thing out there and dunk the ball or whatever you're going to do. But it's just another, like, one of those things that, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't think about that he would, and making the most of it.
You have to think of things you're going to do if you get one?
Nah, I mean, you can't do too much, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it, you know what I mean? Keep it real simple.
What has this experience been like for you, having Ladarius here the last year? How much are you able to treat him like a teammate, and how often do you feel like you got to be the big brother?
Oh, man, that's a good question. I never really thought about it like that. I feel like I'm always the big brother when it comes to being out there, especially with him, coaching them through things, even in the off season. So it's like a continuation of that when we on the field. It's just having fun, doing what we love to do, but also understanding that it's a job that we have to do at a high level, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure you do it at that high level. And I need you to make sure I keep playing at that high level as well. So show me and tell me what I'm doing wrong as well.
What have your impressions been of Travis Gibson so far? And do you notice differences in him from where he was a year ago to now?
Absolutely, absolutely. Travis has grown tremendously as far as, I mean, just fundamental things, playing around a little more physical, definitely getting off the ball and playing the pass. And he's doing the small things very well. But it's up to him to take that next leap. And we're looking forward to seeing him growing even more, you know what I'm saying, than where he's at right now.
What do you think of Justin Fields on Saturday?
Oh man, that was an excellent showing of his talents, you know what I mean. But it's only one step in the right direction, you know what I'm saying. And looking forward to seeing more out of him.
You might be one of the few guys in the locker room who is familiar with what it's like to have the attention of so many.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And have you talked to him about that? I mean, there are a lot of number 1 jerseys in the stands, and he's a young guy. Have you talked about kind of dealing with fame or?
I really haven't had those conversations with him, more so than just, you know what I mean, off the field type of stuff. But I feel like he's a very mature young man, you know what I'm saying? He can handle it. You can kind of tell it doesn't get to him, if that makes sense. Because I've been around him and heard people calling for him. And, you know what I'm saying? You kind of could tell that he's a humble guy and don't really let none of that kind of get to his head.
What anything did you say last week to Adam Shaheen after you kind of body slammed him in that one-on-one drill?
You say what kind of things?
Last week in that one-on-one pass person drill,
Man.
took exception, you slammed him.
I don't even.
Say to him.
I don't even remember, man. I can't even recall. But
Jalen Johnson.
yeah, I like you know what I mean. I like to have fun, and that's my version of fun. That's my version of fun, man. We was just enjoying the times, and yeah, that's in the past now. So it is what it is.
How much do you appreciate having Eddie Goldman back in the front line to help?
Oh man, I love that dude, man. I love Eddie G, man. That dude there, he does everything you need him to do. Rush the passer, play the run, take on double teams, and he does it very, very, very effectively. And just knowing the type of person Eddie is, he does it and don't even care about, you know what I'm saying? He don't even care about all the extra things that come with it. And that's the type of guys I love playing with.
Brandon Staley's going to get a crack at being the head coach, and he was one of the first guys that was with you.
Yeah.
What do you remember about the early days with Brandon, and what left an impression on you about where he was headed?
Man, I can already tell because Coach Staley, man, he was a very serious guy. You know what I'm saying? When we locked in on football, it was all ball, and I could kind of tell he had that head coach persona, and it didn't surprise me at all that he went on to get a D coordinator position and then now a head coaching job. And I know he's going to do very well because of the type of person he is and the type of coach he is as well.
What told you that he had a head coaching persona?
Just the way he carried himself, you know what I'm saying? I could tell when I first stepped in the building and met him and how he caught me up in the defense so fast, you know what I mean? And it was like an overtime position for him because not only was I in the meetings with just the linebackers, but I had to wait and stay with him afterwards, and we chopped through the playbook pretty quick. I think I had like 4 days to learn it. Yeah.
Robert Quinn on Saturday made a couple big plays, and then Matt Nagy has praised his play early on in camp. From your perspective, opposite him, does he look like a different guy this year from last year?
I mean, I wouldn't say a different guy because Rob is the same guy every day, especially when it comes to his work ethic. He's a hard worker, and he's rolling. He's rolling on that edge every day. But from the standpoint of his body and him being healthier this year, absolutely. Absolutely, I could tell.
When you see fans outside,
Yeah.
What'd you say?
You say who?
When you see fans outside, well, maybe you don't notice that, but there are a lot of fans outside with either the number 1 jersey or the number 52 jersey. Does that ever lose its luster for you, or has it lost its luster to see, young kids wearing your name on their back?
It's an honor. It's an honor. I'm honored every time I see it. It's definitely an honor and a privilege. And it's so humbling. You know what I mean? To know that somebody appreciates me and what I do out on the field enough to go and buy that jersey, and I'm very thankful.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.